Thank you for joining this presentation. My name is Wanda Green, and I am the Regional eMental Health Manager for the Eastern Zone. This supporting mental wellness and e-health technology presentation highlights how using technology is a great opportunity to support and enhance mental wellness in an innovative and very helpful way. So today's presentation is an introduction to and an overview of the eMental health services that are available in Newfoundland and Labrador. To support the integration of technology into mental health addiction systems in this province, there are 5 eMental health managers. At the provincial level, with the Department of Health and Community Service, we have Megan Churchill, who you can see located to the second person from the left, and myself next to Megan. I'm the Eastern Zone. We have Byron Boyd, who's with the Central Zone, Heather Gill, who's with the Western Zone, and Victoria Kearney, who's with the Labrador Grenfell Zone. If after today's presentation you have any questions or need clarification on any information that's been presented, feel free to reach out to the eMental health managers in your area. There's been a number of factors that have contributed to the growth of eMental health in Newfoundland and Labrador. So in 2017, we had the Towards Recovery Action Plan, which was released and had a total of 54 recommendations to address service gaps and to support what was working well in the mental health and addiction system. Out of those 54 recommendations, 7 recommendations were specifically related to using technology to provide mental health and addiction services. Another contributing factor, of course, is the vast geography of our province. There's a high number of our residents who currently have access to the internet. And whether or not they use the internet to communicate with one another or to avail of appointments, it's very, very helpful to have the option of internet options because of travel, and in-person appointments are not always possible. 90%, nearly 90% of our current residents of this province are using and have access to the internet to some degree. So it makes sense to be using e-health technologies. Now, we do recognize there are still a small number of people in this province who do not have access to that service. Therefore, many of our services are available via telephone as well. And last but not least, we recently had the pandemic, of course, which all of you are very familiar with. It's affected all of our lives. But the pandemic influence was positive for the growth of eMental health, and it has presented an opportunity for us to promote and transition some of our mental health services to the online platform. Another piece that has really had an impact on transforming our mental health addiction system has been the development of an implementation of our stepped care model. This is the stepped care model for Newfoundland and Labrador, and it is designed to provide the least intensive, most effective option for clients so they have the greatest likelihood of improvement. So using the step care model as a guide, individuals are screened and offered the appropriate supports and services. So as we can see from this model, the categories of intervention range from wellness-based self-help, such as those in the orange section, all the way to peer-led, community-supported, coach or counselor-assisted. And then as you move around the wheel, services become much more specialized, group, individual or counseling services, inpatient programming services. We have some very specialized services such as our HOPE program or our dialectical behavioral therapy program. And of course, emergency services. So It's hopefully the goal of this step care model is to provide the right service, the right place, the right time, and delivered by the right person. At the center of this model, we have the person who is in need of care, and encircling this person are all the partners in their care and treatment program. This is a wraparound supports with multiple service options that are accessible when they are needed most. There are 3 key access points to service in the Newfoundland and Labrador step care model. There's the online program options, which is Bridge the Gap, which we'll be highlighting mostly today. We have in-person options, which many of you will know of as our doorway service. And we have our 811 Helpline, which is our telephone mode of access for services. These access points provide consistent options to the public for improving access and helping them navigate the system. So you can choose how you want to access the point, how you can access the services, and the goal is that regardless of where you access, no matter what entry point, that you will have common experiences and you will get common and similar information and will have the same treatment options. As I already said today in this presentation, we're going to focus mainly on the options that are available through the online Bridge the Gap website. So what is e-mental health? Well, the Mental Health Commission of Canada defines e-mental health as mental health services and information delivered or enhanced through the use of the internet or for digital technology. So why do we think technology and mental health and addiction services go hand in hand? Well, we know e-mental health provides high quality support and services based on extensive research and best practice. It's not designed or intended to replace in-person services. They are there and are available if they are needed or preferred. Instead, online options give people variety and enhanced access to services when and where they need it. In fact, there are more e-mental health choices than ever before, and they allow people to have control over how and when they access the information. Hopefully, we've eliminated people feeling like the only option was to sit on a wait list and receive a specialized service. That may be what is needed, but that often is not the only option. E-mental health allows people to get support early in order to minimize the impact of mental health on their life and to reduce any potential harm or disadvantage that comes to them as a result. E-mental health information and support is available regardless of where you live in this province, and it is available 24/7 because these services are delivered via web-based. So Bridge the Gap is the Newfoundland and Labrador go-to website for online mental health services and information. The website acts as the storefront for e-mental health services. There's a whole range of services that are accessible anywhere from any device that you connect to the internet. All the services on Bridge the Gap are free of cost and are available to all residents of this province. Some are focused more on youth, some are more directed towards adults. Many of the services I'll be highlighting are appropriate for both youth and adults. The many options include self-directed information activities. There's crisis intervention, counseling, and physician contact. Most services provide multiple ways to connect, including accessibility options for those who have accessibility challenges. Bridge the Gap has been co-designed with people in this province who have lived experience of mental health and addiction. and it has been co-designed with healthcare providers in the field. The Bridge the Gap team works very closely with Lifewise. This is the provincial organization that offers mental health peer services and supports. Lifewise reviews all content on Bridge the Gap, ensuring that it has the approval of those who have had lived experience. And having that lens is very important to us. There's also an interprovincial content committee that reviews and approves Bridge the Gap content. We rely on local area experts to work with us and build content. We want to know that the content that is available on Bridge the Gap is applicable to anyone and everyone living in this province. So the landing page for Bridge the Gap is bridgethegapp.ca. And over the past few years, we've gone through several expansions. The site is always growing, which has resulted from partnering with other Atlantic provinces in Canada. Those provinces have adapted a similar format of using Bridge the Gap as the website to showcase mental health addictions in their province. Because of this, now when you go to the landing page for bridgethegapp.ca, you're prompted to enter a location identifier. That's so that you will be directed to these services for the province that you live in. So you will need to select Newfoundland and Labrador, and you will be directed to the provincial site that highlights all the services available to residents of this province. Once on the Newfoundland and Labrador Bridge the Gap page, you'll be presented with the option to enter either the adult or the youth side. There's crossover of information available on both sides, and in some cases, the content is the same. However, the information is presented on each side sometimes differently because it is presented to suit the intended population. The information and resources on both the adult and youth pages are arranged in a similar fashion with a menu bar at the top. These menu bars are divided into 5 tabs. So on the top of your screen here, you will see the adult menu bar, and beneath that, you will see the youth menu bar. The 5 menu options are service directory in both the youth and adult site, knowledge center or information booth. They contain similar information, just named differently. Next, we have the Get Inspired or the Your Space tab for youth. Also named differently just to suit the population, but containing the same type of information. Then we have the Online Program tab for both and a Toolbox for both. So for the purpose of this presentation, I will walk you through the menu bar and highlight the features of Bridge the Gap. The newest addition to Bridge the Gap is a virtual assistant called Bridget. Bridget is located in the bottom right corner of each page of Bridge the Gap. You'll see the lighthouse, and it is there to help visitors navigate the website and find the resources that will help them with their issues or questions. With such a wide range of mental health addictions resources available on Bridge the Gap, Bridget really helps you find exactly what you are looking for faster. Bridget is 100% anonymous and confidential. Users are not tracked, and as a chatbot or virtual assistant, we have no way of knowing, or the chatbot has no way of knowing who it is speaking with. So if we move directly into our menu tabs, first we will review the service directory. The service directory is where you can read about and find information about local mental health addiction services available in your area of the province. Resources will be listed alphabetically, or you can search by topic from a quick link tab. You can search by emergency listing or just by resources from the region or zone where you are living. You can also use the search box, which you will see in the top right-hand corner of the screen. So you can search for a specific topic there. And as mentioned, you can use Bridget as well. There are numerous resources listed in the service directory. I'm just going to highlight some of the most used, or maybe the most common, or just highlight an example of what you would find under our service directory. We have a listing here for the Provincial HealthLine 811. We have a listing for the Provincial Lifewise, which is a Warmline, and I already said Lifewise is a peer support program for users of the province, and a Warmline. The Warmline is a peer support line, helpline. Then we have the Provincial Mental Health Addiction System Navigator, and that is a person who will help you navigate a system. I'll talk about these in more detail. Next, we have the Kids Help Phone, which is widely used by residents of this province. We have our Doorways program, and we have the First Nation Inuit Hope for Wellness Helpline. Now, I'll just take a quick look at each of these resources to give you an example of what you might find under our service directory. So in addition to being an access point, 811 is also an e-mental health tool. It's confidential and free. It's staffed by experienced registered nurses, and it's available to residents of Newfoundland and Labrador anytime, day or night. 811 Helpline nurses are available 24/7 to listen, to provide support, to connect you to the correct health services. And if you are experiencing a mental health addictions crisis and need support or looking for information about health concerns, you can call 811. You call this number 811 from anywhere in the province. If using voice over internet protocol or web-enabled telephone services like Skype or Google, 811 may not connect. Just so you are aware of that, users can then call the 1-888 number listed on the website. There is a free 811 helpline app available for download from the Apple and Google Play App Store. In this app, there is an option for texting. However, this option is only to be used by deaf or hard of hearing callers and persons with communication difficulties. So in addition to providing information support about health-related concerns, 811 also provides services about mental health addictions, crisis calls. Individuals in need of crisis response or mental health addiction support simply call or dial 811 day or night and speak with a registered nurse. These registered nurses are trained in crisis intervention. 811 also has a nurse practitioner virtual care service. The nurse practitioner service of 811 can prevent emergency room visits that are maybe unnecessary or especially if your issue is a non-emergent issue. Appointments are available every day, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., including weekends, at no cost to the individual. The nurse practitioner can communicate over the phone or by video conference. Appointments can be booked by calling 811 or using the 811 Helpline app. 811 also has a Dial a Dietitian service. Dial a Dietitian offers evidence-based healthy eating advice and is delivered by local dietitians by calling the helpline directly or by emailing a dietitian on the 811 website. So dialing a dietitian connects residents directly to a dietitian. No referral from a healthcare provider is needed. And this service is available 9 to 12 and 1 to 4 Monday to Friday. Next, we have the Provincial Lifewise Warmline. Lifewise, many of you may know, was formerly known as Channel. They have a provincial Warmline. It's available to individuals 16 years of age and older and provides non-emergency, non-crises telephone support. In addition to providing peer support and information, staff at the Warmline help individuals navigate Bridge the Gap website, may help you register for some of the online programs that are available through Bridge the Gap, which I'll tell you about in a little bit, or help you find the services that are appropriate for you. The Warmline is anonymous and confidential. It's staffed by trained peer supporters who are individuals, as I've already said, who have had lived experiences and who know what it's like to be where you are. The Warmline is available daily from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight by calling the number listed, 1-855-753-2560. Next up, we'll look at the Provincial Mental Health Addiction System Navigator. This is a person. It's a dedicated position to help people navigate our mental health addiction system. This is a central point of contact, and the navigator helps with problems, figuring out your next step, to discuss options and to find the right service, and to help make connections with services. Barry Hewitt is our provincial navigator, and this is a provincial service. He can be contacted during regular business hours, Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. You can call him directly at the number you see on the screen, or by calling him toll-free, also listed on your screen, or emailing him directly at barry.hewitt@easternhealth.ca. And although Barry does operate in the Eastern Health Zone, the service is provincial, as I've already said, and deaf and hard of hearing or speech impaired individuals can use video relay services to connect with the provincial navigator. The Kids Help Phone. It's an e-mental health service that's free, available 24/7, and it's to support and encourage young people and children and youth. It's available in English and French. It's available by toll-free calling at the number provided, 1-800-668-6868. You can also access Kids Help Phone by texting connect to 686868. You can access live support by visiting kidshelpphone.ca and clicking on the tap to chat. And that service is available 7 p.m. to midnight daily. Or you can send a message to Kids Help Phone through Facebook Messenger app. So access to Kids Help Phone, they've got it covered. It's offering professional counseling, information, and referrals. Newfoundland and Labrador has the highest use of Kids Help Phone per capita in all of Canada. This is quite significant. It speaks to the great service that the Kids Help Phone provides. And it's quite significant given that only 1.2% of Canada's youth actually live in Newfoundland and Labrador. We have a great partnership with the Kids Help Phone. Another frequently used service directory listing is Doorways. and Doorways provides rapid access to mental health addictions counseling, one session at a time. Most of our locations across the province offer a drop-in service. Some locations provide a same-day or next-day appointments, and some locations provide services via in-person, telephone, or video sessions. So you don't actually have to present physically to an office to avail of our Doorways program. This service is available without an appointment or referral in many areas. If further counseling is required beyond your first session, staff will work with you to provide access to additional services and support. So we don't want people to think that Doorways means only a one-time visit. Doorways is available in over 60 sites throughout the province, and you can find a listing of all Doorways locations in the service directory of Bridge the Gap. In addition to Doorways sites within the health zones, Doorway is available also in 9 schools throughout the province and in 5 correctional facilities. If you want to avail of Doorways virtually or via telephone, you only need to contact the Doorways location nearest you to have that service provided to you. The final service directory listing that I'll touch on today is the Hope for Wellness Helpline. It's a service for Indigenous people across Canada. It offers immediate mental health counseling and crisis intervention. The Hope for Wellness Helpline is a national phone line. It's available 24/7 by calling the toll-free number or visiting the website. You can use the chat bot to connect with a counselor online, the chat box, to connect with a counselor online, or you can call directly through the 1-855-242-3310 phone number. Services are available in English and French, and on request, phone counseling can also be available in Cree, Ojibwe, and Inuktitut. Now we're moving along in our menu options to the Knowledge Center. On the adult side, it's known as the Knowledge Center. On our youth side, it's the Info Booth. Although it's named differently for each population, these tabs are similar and contain information about topics of interest such as stress, depression, suicide, bullying, substance use, and so on. This is where you will find content related to a diverse list of mental health topics. Each topic has a summary of important information related to that topic. You can find videos that are related to that topic, and there's a resource tab where you will find links to important organizations, articles, books, and so much more. As I previously mentioned, we look to local area experts in our mental health addictions field to review and update the content on our Knowledge Center and to build new content. All content on the Knowledge Center and Info Booth is reviewed by those with lived experiences and is shared with our Interprovincial Content Committee for approval before being posted. What's really nice about the Knowledge Center is that if you go there looking for information about a topic, you can rest assured that the information you are getting is to reputable, credible sources that have been reviewed and approved for listing. Now we'll look at the Get Inspired section of the adult side or the Your Space section on the youth side, both of which provides opportunities for people to share with others and to explore their creativity. This is the place on Bridge the Gap for the public to make their contribution. They can submit items to inspire others. These items are reviewed and approved by our partners at Lifewise to ensure its appropriateness for Bridge the Gap and to ensure that identifying information is removed. So if you submit, there's no worry that your identification will be available to the public. So what we have there is an art room, books, coping tips, music, videos, photos. We have a wall of hope, which is a vast array of inspirational quotes from people. And we also have a worry jar. So by clicking on the specific Get Inspired option, individuals can be prompted to post. I want to post a message and a drop-down menu where you make your selection of where you want to post, and then you upload your file. It doesn't appear immediately on Bridge the Gap. It does take a little while before it's reviewed and then available on Bridge the Gap. But we love seeing people making their contribution to Bridge the Gap. The next tab on the menu is the Online Programs tab, and we're going to spend a little more time looking at the Online Program tab. So I'm just going to jump ahead for a minute and take a look first at the Toolbox tab. The Toolbox tab provides links to resources, self-help activities, and ways to engage. The resources that are listed on the Toolbox are approved resources for promoting good mental health. They've all been reviewed by our eMental Health team and various Bridge the Gap partners, and they come with very good high standard recommendations. For example, the wellness apps that are listed on the Toolbox have been reviewed and approved for their effectiveness and appropriate use. The Toolbox is also a place for people to have their say by completing a brief survey about the Bridge the Gap website. Users can also report any issues or bugs or inappropriate information or misdirected links, things like that. It's your feedback is really important for helping us ensure that Bridge the Gap is accurate, it's up to date, and it's giving the public what they want. When people report or give a feedback to us, that information goes directly to the Bridge the Gap email account, which is monitored and responded to regularly. So now we're going to go back and look at the Online Programs tab. As you can see from this slide, it looks a bit busy, but it just means there are a lot of online programs available. And these, as I said, are all available free of charge to residents of this province. Many of these resources may be useful for you or for your own mental health, or may be valuable for people you work with, if you work with clients, patients, residents, or maybe even for your loved ones, friends, family members, people you care about and want to direct them specifically to resources. These programs are there to help specifically with mental health issues. There are programs there to deal with substance use issues and programs for pain management and so much more. So I'm just going to take a look at each of these briefly so you have a good understanding of what is available in the Online Programs tab of the Bridge the Gap website. First, we'll look at TAO, or Therapy Assistance Online. It's a free cognitive behavioral therapy suite of online tools and educational sessions. It's to help people 16 years of age and older learn about change and change how they think and feel. The program can be accessed from your computer or mobile device. You need internet access, obviously. And you can complete TAO as a self-guided option, meaning you work through it at your own pace and your own devices without any outside involvement, or it can be a program that you use in conjunction with other therapy or educational programs that you are a part of. Included with TAO is educational modules, daily practice tools, logging and journaling, weekly progress measures. They have assessments, surveys. There's an excellent mindfulness library, and TAO has both courses that are short or single session. You can choose from over 150 interactive and engaging sessions. Topics include stress, resiliency, mindfulness, relationships, anxiety, depression, substance use, grief, adjustment, and so much more. Newfoundland and Labrador was the first province in Canada to launch TAO provincially, and there's something there for everyone. Breaking Free is an online program to support individuals whose life is being significantly affected or whose health is being damaged by their drinking or drug use. It's effective for those who want to reduce their drinking and drug use to a less harmful level, or maybe even for those who want to stop completely. Breaking Free is available at no cost, again, to residents of this province, and is intended for those 16 years of age and older. It's available 24/7, any device. It's available in French and English. And it's a very personalized, customized program for each participant. It is delivered as a self-directed therapy, or you can again use it with the support of a clinician using one-to-one computer-assisted therapy or group computer-assisted therapy. Strongest Families Institute is an award-winning service provider or skill-based educational programs for children, youth, adults, and families who are seeking help to improve mental health and well-being. The Strongest Families provides timely care to families and individuals, equipping them with the skills through a unique distance coaching over the phone, internet, or online secure website, all in the privacy and comfort of your own home. There's no need to present somewhere for an appointment. You can arrange all that through the internet or over the phone. There are 6 programs available from Strongest Families. You will see them listed here. We have Parents Empowering Kids, and it's for children aged 3 to 12. And this program, along with Parents Empowering Kids, the Early Years program, equips parents with positive parenting skills to overcome common childhood behavioral challenges. So some of those challenges might be managing temper tantrums, children not listening, verbally or physical aggression, difficulties paying attention. Parents Empowering Kids is an excellent program for helping managing children behavioral issues. Next, we have Chase Worries Away, and it's for children between the ages of 6 to 11. And this program educates parents and children about anxiety and guides them as they learn strategies to help face their worries in real life. The participants explore what anxiety is. They practice techniques to help ease their anxiety. Using their imagination, they learn how to take control of anxiety by creating a plan to defeat anxiety. Next, we have a program called Defeat Anxiety for those aged 12 to 17 years. It educates youth and their parents about anxiety and guides them as they learn strategies to overcome anxiety and face real life. The focus for participants is on common anxiety struggles, fears, and things that youth deal with on a day-to-day basis. Next, we have an adult anxiety and depression program called I Can. It's for those 18 years of age and older, and it educates adults about anxiety and depression and guides them as they learn skills to overcome their anxiety, depression, maybe excessive worrying, and how to cope with major life stressors and increase self-care. Next, we have Chase Pain Away, and it's for those between the ages of 9 and 16. And this program focuses on teaching children how to deal with recurring physical pain, such as headaches, stomach aches, or both, and that are not necessarily related to an underlying anxiety. Finally, we have the Dry Nights Ahead program for children between the ages of 5 and 12 years. And this is to help children overcome bedwetting. Strongest Families, they have programs that are available using weekly telephone support with a coach. So it can be one-on-one or it can be done in group, or it's self-directed with open drop-in group coaching support when needed. Strongest Family reports a 91% success rate with its programs and only a 5% attrition rate of clients who drop out of the program. 99% of clients advise those who complete the program are very satisfied with the program and its results. So you can sign up for the Strongest Families Institute programming by going to Bridge the Gap, searching under the Online Programs tab until you find Strongest Families Institute. So when someone is struggling to try and understand what they are experiencing or maybe what their symptoms mean, completing a screening tool can be very helpful. The suite of online programs on Bridge the Gap includes Check It Out NL. And this is exactly that. It's a suite of self-screening assessment tools. The program focuses on early identification of issues using screening tools that are customized with links to local resources in each health zone of the province. These tools are suitable for adults 18 years of age and older who are concerned, or maybe for those who are concerned about their loved one's mental health or substance use. It addresses the need of identifying early on what your symptoms might need, or maybe giving you the skills to actually talk about and explain your symptoms in a more organized way. There may be more than one screening tool that applies to a person's situation, and participants can complete as many of those screening tools that are available as they like. Each tool only takes a few minutes to complete. Responses are anonymous. Participants get immediate feedback about the mood and behavior, and the results can be printed and you can provide it to your healthcare provider or your doctor or healthcare professional to help explain what it is you are feeling. There are also links to resources on relevant topics if you need further exploration or assessment. So as you can see, check it out, screening tools that are available. We have things on alcohol use, depression, anxiety, gambling, post-traumatic stress, substance use, bipolar disorder eating, opioid use for individuals, psychosis, well-being. So there's many topics covered on the Check It Out NL online programs section. Next up, we'll talk about Mindwell. Mindwell is a program that delivers mindfulness-based e-mental health tools, which is shown to increase resiliency. It lowers stress and can improve work performance or day-to-day living performance. It's free. It's also available in French and English. It's suitable for individuals 13 years of age and older. The features of Mindwell include live classes, as well as webinars that are available on demand, so things that have been pre-recorded, and so you can watch them at any time that's convenient for you. They also have a blog where you can read the latest news and innovation from Mindwell and the world of mental health. They have a COVID-19 toolkit, which has resources to help support your mental health based on what we have been through and maybe some of the after effects of what we have been experiencing now at this stage of our COVID situation. We have a Take 5 challenge, which is designed to teach individuals the core skills of mindfulness. With the challenge, users receive daily emails or text reminders to complete the daily challenge. And Take 5 challenge teaches mindfulness. And most recently, Mindwell developed a resource for healthcare workers. To date, participants of the program have reported a 95% reduction in stress and a 95% improved mental health, and also a 90% improvement in physical health. So mindfulness is a tool that has a lot of benefits. We just need to get really good at being more mindful. BreathingRoom is a clinically proven, award-winning digital program available 24/7 to participants between the ages of 13 and 24. It's an online self-management program for people who want to find ways to manage their stress, maybe anxiety, depression. So it's a module course-based program, which can take 2 to 3 hours a week to complete. And usually they have 8 modules in total. There's no set time frame for when the program must be completed. It can be worked through at your own pace in whatever time frame that works best for you. The programs that are available through the BreathingRoom are varied, but they have very fresh insights and engaging program hosts. It teaches skill building practices. It recommends offline activities that you can try between sessions. It has music that expresses emotions that people can relate to. They have movie and book suggestions, true stories written by young people who have dealt with or been through tough situations. And they even have jokes to lighten a person's mood. Next, we'll talk about the Power Over Pain portal. Did you know that 1 in 5 Canadians live with chronic pain? Designed for adults age 18 years and older who are living with pain, family members or caregivers or healthcare providers, the Power Over Pain portal provides free, evidence-based resources and support so individuals who are living with chronic pain can feel empowered. With Power Over Pain, users learn about pain and pain management. There's videos that can be watched. They can listen to podcasts, take self-directed courses. They can connect with peers and access one-on-one counseling by text, telephone, or video. So you can start anywhere with the resources and explore what you think will be most helpful to you. The Power Over Pain portal is private, confidential, free to use, and accessible 24/7. Next, we'll talk about our wellness webinar series. This is providing quality information about mental health and substance use topics. The wellness webinars on Bridge the Gap offer a number of videos which are recorded by local experts and delivering valuable information related to the topic. The webinars are free. You can be watched as often as needed on a computer. You can watch as much or as little as you want, and it can be directly accessed from the online program section of Bridge the Gap. The videos currently available include anxiety wellness session, a depression wellness session, coping with stress, parenting 101, grief and loss, harm reduction, substance use, a wellness session, the brain story, the impact of adverse childhood experiences on our current level of functioning, suicide awareness, and a binge eating disorder wellness session. The road to wellness is not always an easy one, But the Message of Hope program offered by Lifewise aims to remind individuals that they are not walking it alone. Created to support people through all stages of their mental health journey, the Messages of Hope sends out inspiring words each day for 1 month to encourage people to continue the work that they are doing to improve their mental health. So how it works? Once you register for the Messages of Hope, you will receive an inspirational quote or an encouraging message by email every day for 1 month period. The quotes or messages received are from people again who have had lived experiences with mental health or addiction. Those are our friends at Lifewise. The online program section of Bridge the Gap also has a number of support groups offered by various community-based organizations. These online groups provide a supportive place for people with common experiences to help and learn from each other. So organizations currently offering free groups in the province include Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. You can find an Alcoholics Anonymous program anywhere. You don't necessarily need to be able to attend in person, as there are many virtual options as well. The Canadian Mental Health Association offers online support groups, as does our friends at Lifewise, and the Smokers Helpline has a list of online options. Next, we'll look at Wellness Together Canada. It's a federally funded program for youth and adults. It was created in response to mental health and substance use concerns during COVID-19. However, the services are not going away. Services range from basic wellness information. One-on-one sessions with a counselor is available through Wellness Together Canada, and you get to participate in a community of support. Wellness Together Canada is designed to be used on demand. No referral is required. Individuals choose what they need, when they need it, and they can explore by service area or topic area. So some of the topics include managing substance abuse, strengthening relation, coping with COVID, managing low mood, managing worry, coping with stress. Wellness Together Canada is an excellent service available to people of this province. Well Central, another online program option, is a virtual recovery college for individuals seeking better mental health, better well-being, and support in their own recovery. Again, it's self-directed, it's web-based, it's free, it's an interactive course which helps empower individuals to take control of their own recovery and wellness. Well Central is a place to discover the capacity within oneself and the opportunity for personal growth and development. It's built around 4 key functions that address critical areas in achieving mental wellness and recovery. And those 4 key functions are: where am I at? What do I need? Who can support me? And how can I move forward? Some of the courses that are offered by Well Central include a Well-Being course, a Recovery 101 course, Overcoming Loneliness and Isolation, and Developing Self-Compassion. The Brain Story was developed with the help of Oxford University in partnership with the Alberta Family Wellness Initiative. The Brain Story is a resource for professionals and people interested in understanding information about how early childhood experiences affect your long-term mental and physical health. This program, again, is available in English and French. It has 19 modules in total, and it can be completed at your own pace. The Brain Story is suitable for anyone who wants to build the foundation of resiliency in children and families. It helps to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health and addiction. As participants of the program, you learn quickly that sometimes chronic health conditions or chronic mental health conditions are not necessarily a result of choice, but are more likely a result of early experiences in development. The final program we're going to touch on today is the Smokers Helpline. The Smokers Helpline is staffed by trained quit coaches. It's available to anyone at any age. It's a confidential service that provides information, resources, support, and motivational counseling for people who want to reduce their tobacco use or become smoke-free. You can also contact the helpline for information about vaping, prevention, and cessation. The Smokers Helpline information or support is available by telephone, email, or text. You can also visit the smokershelp.net website to learn more about programs, smoking risks, practical tips, and some resources to help you quit. If a client chooses telephone support option, they get the service of a quit coach who provides up to 12 telephone support calls. If you're using email, participants receive quit tips by email, one per week for 5 weeks. And if you choose the text option, clinicians receive 1 text per day for up to 12 weeks with short quit tips to build your motivation and confidence. So the website offers a variety of features that provide individual tailored support, including there's a savings calculator, they have standardized quizzes, and helpful articles to help you reduce or quit smoking. Also available is a kickash.ca website. It's an interactive quit tool that has features to help users stay motivated and to see their progress along the way. The program also offers an online group for 4 weeks that provides weekly group sessions, providing valuable support for smoking cessation, along with peer support from others who are also working towards their quitting goals. There's also a mindful e-quit feature available on the website that teaches mindfulness and meditation and practices to help you stay motivated, getting through cravings, triggers, or even withdrawal symptoms. Smokers Helpline. So that concludes our review of the e-mental health and online programs and services available through Bridge the Gap. I hope you found this information informative. And if there are any questions, please feel free to reach out to your local e-mental health manager in your zone, or simply type a question on Bridge the Gap on our toolbox, and you will be responded to. Thank you to everyone who attended, and I hope the information has helped you. Have a good day, everyone.